Hello once again everybody, this is Richard Peacock with GetFlightPath.com, and in this video we're going to go over a typical advising session that an advisor might see when they log into the system. Now it's assumed that you've already watched the student demonstration video, which goes over the basics of FlightPath, so if you haven't seen that yet, it's strongly recommended that you begin by watching that video. So let's begin by logging in as our test advisor. So as we see when we log in, the first screen looks a lot like the student screen. Now we haven't actually selected a student yet, and that's why we don't see view, comment, history, and what if tabs up here. So let's begin by searching for Jane Doe. That's who I'm going to be advising today. So I'm going to search by the last name Doe. And we see that the two students named Doe get pulled up. So we see John Doe and Jane Doe. Now notice right here, this red check. That means the John Doe has already been advised for this term. So Jane Doe has not been advised, so that's what I'm going to select. So we see her degree plan gets pulled up, and we see her various credits that she's taken and what she's currently enrolled in. So I'm going to advise her very simply to take a few courses. Now this is done very simply just by checking these checkboxes. Or unchecking them, either way. So, nothing to it. If I want to advise her to take credits from a particular list of electives, I can do that too. For example, this group of electives is called Core Natural Physical Sciences, and she needs to select 3 hours. So I'm going to click that, and I get this pop-up, which shows me a list of the courses that are available to choose from. And of course, I can click the course to get course descriptions. So I'm going to go ahead and click Select Course. And you see the page reloads, and now I see it right there in the screen. If I want to deselect it, well, that's just as simple. I just click the checkbox, and away it goes. So I'm just going to stick with these 3 courses for now. So to actually advise her, we scroll to the very bottom, and we just click the Submit button. So when the page reloads, we see that we're now on the History tab, and we've got this success message. And of course, it's providing a link to the printable summary, so I'm going to click that. Now this is the exact same printable summary that the student sees when they log in and look at their History tab. And as I explained in the student demonstration, we have these little boxes for students and advisors to both sign, sort of providing proof, to print out, I should say, and then both sign, providing proof that everybody agreed at the time to what was being advised. Well, also in this video, I'd like to show you the comment section and how actually leaving a comment goes. It's actually very simple. We click there to enter a comment, and we see we have this text box with this familiar toolbar. It looks very similar to what you might see in an email or Microsoft Word. So I'm just going to type in a quick comment, just a made-up comment about this particular student. So as you see, just a little test comment. Click Save. And if you noticed, I saved it as a faculty comment. This means that only other faculty members are going to be able to see it. If the student were to log in, they would not see this comment. Now, if we wanted to make it a public comment, you see we would click Visible to Anyone or Visible to Faculty Staff. By default, it's set to Visible only for faculty and staff. So one last neat little feature I want to go over is back to the what if screen. Now we went over this in the student demonstration. It's sort of the cool screen where you can try out other majors. So let's say that we want to advise a student in another major. And the reasons we might do this is because perhaps the student has changed their majors or is intending to change majors, but the paperwork hasn't gone through or what have you, and they're not officially that other major in the system yet. But we know we want to go ahead and advise them for the next semester because they will be when that happens. So let's say that Jane Doe is going to be changing majors to biology. Well, performing a what if advising is just as simple as regular advising. I can just click some checkboxes, and then I can scroll down and hit Submit. Now, what's really interesting is if we search again for the Does, we see Jane Doe now has a WI next to her check, meaning that she was advised in what if mode. And in fact, when we click it, we go straight to the what if screen. Okay, and I think that just about wraps it up for this video. We will be putting out another video which shows much more advanced advising techniques like substitutions, for example. All right, thank you.